Hello peeps, I'm going to show you now how to build a 5-lead 11 byte fan knot. Fan knot meaning in the middle you have the covering of under 2 or over 2 instead of under 1 and over 1. This kind of knot builds of 5-lead 6 byte fan knot, and it's all the same even if you would build a gaucho knot or a normal Casa Turk set. These are the ones which have 1 byte more than leads versus the 5-lead 4 byte. And as I have already said before, in these kind of knots, if you make them wider, which means you have more bytes, you always add the lead to the bytes. So if you have a starting knot of 5-lead 6 bytes, you add 5 bytes, and then you have a 5-lead 11 byte, and so on and so on. So what I also need to tell you is that we sort of start with enlargement process 2, but as we can clearly see here is that our standing part comes out over the 2-lead Turk set which are prepared. It's a 2-lead 5 byte Turk set. It comes out over, which makes it a sober knot. Sober knot means everything is the other way around than with a normal knot. Just try it out and you will see that the byte sides change. So I wanted to stick as close as possible to the original, which I try to rebuild. So we are going over, and then we are going to do the same that the standing part does. The standing part goes over, and so we go over and then go out under the byte of the standing part. It's not very difficult. You might want to think about using pins or rubber band or whatever. I'm very allergic to this. I try to build them all without help, at least these sort of smaller ones. So we come out under, and as we're laying tracks, we have to go in under and come out over. And as in any even lead knot, it changes from side to side. On this side we come out under and go in under, and on the other side we come out over and go in over. It would be different with an odd lead knot, obviously, where we always would come out over and go in over, and or the other way around on both sides. So there I make the mistake already. I wanted to lock in. So we come in out over and this side here, and we go in over, come out under. This first round is really not difficult. It's as if you wanted to enlarge the whole 2-lead Turk set to a 4-lead one. It's the same process. If you think about it, looking back now, it's all very logical what we're doing then, because we want to have the middle part to be going over 2 and under 2. We could lock this whole thing in now by going under this, going over, under, over, and we would have a 4-lead Turk set, but we don't want this. We want this middle part to be over 2, under 2, which means, logically, that we have to do another round and build another layer of new bytes. So you see we built these new bytes that are not locked in, and now we add another layer. So we go over again, and we came out over, and we go in over and come out under. most difficult thing is that you see that you're not losing your path, that you're moving in, so that you always take the right bight to enter the whole thing. You could easily, as we can see, you could slip back and think you have to go in here, but that's not the case. Always think you went out under 2 and then you have to go in again. What I forgot to say is, in the other one we would have gone over 2 under 1, and that's the main difference to this kind of backward building, or whatever one could call it, that we do this differently. We do not add in the front, but we add to the back, the 2, although they should be in the middle. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, just by experimenting and not so much thinking, I tried it, and in the end it makes sense. So we come out under, we go in under, and again we go in under 1. We always build to the end, doubled 1, and come out over 2, and here we have to see again where we have to go. We come out over 2, we go in over 1 and under 2, so we always have this out under on the one side and this out over on the other side. So again, just open this up, come out under, go out, go in under, we go out over, and here we come to the beginning, come out over, and always keep to the left or above. You know, I'm just moving around a bit, but it's easier to do it like this. So we come out over 2, and this time we went over the standing part for 2 times, but we know that we want something different now, so we just go under. We go under, and then we have this one which we need to lock in, and we go in under, we go in over, and we go under these 2. It's a bit fumbly now. As I said, if you're more comfortable with pins or some rubber band to keep it all in place, please feel free. It's not always easy to follow where you're going and what's happening. And I think right now I made a mistake. As you can see, and that's a good thing that I made this mistake, because you see this one slipped and I made the mistake to miss my path, which is a really good thing to show you now. See? This kind of slipped under, and it should not be like this, so the whole thing is wrong. I need to go out here, and you need to go under this one. I think it's quite a good thing to show you that I'm not that proficient with it already, although I did some of them, but it's easy to make a mistake. So this one doesn't have anything to do with this. It just slipped under, but it's not in between this path, that it's kind of, it just slipped under. So we come out over, and now there is no questioning about that we need to lock it in, because it's our last path. We already have 4 leads and we are on the 5th, And so now everything should line up correctly and look correct, otherwise we made a mistake along the way. So go in under, we go over, and here of course we have to lock this one by coming out under. So again, this is kind of a bit tricky, but here we see what's going on here. No, that's not our... See that this is our path, so this one has not slipped under. It's okay. We go in over, this one lies over, so we go over. And we know that when we're going up, we go under in the middle. Yeah, maybe a needle would have helped here. But that gives you the chance to watch me fumble a bit, and maybe gives you the time and see how it all goes together. So see how it comes naturally in the end. You just have to play with it. You get used to these patterns, and then there's no questioning, is something right, is it not right? You will easily see if it's right or not. So here we are at the end, but to close the knot properly we always go where the standing part is, just move it out there, otherwise we would miss the last bight. So, and you can see this all looks very okay. So I hope you could follow, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.